Hello, everyone, and welcome to the opening ceremony for the Code Without Barriers 2025 Hackathon. My name is Nuria Puri, and I'm the Code Without Barriers Program Manager for Asia and your MC for the evening. Our program operates successfully across the Pacific, and we provide opportunities for women in AI skilling, mentorship, networking, and networking with industry leaders, and opportunities to solve real-world challenges through our hackathon. It is our fourth year running this hackathon, which is a part of the Code Without Barriers mission of empowering women in tech. Through our program, we aim to build an inclusive and innovative future for all, and the hackathon is a crucial area of impact. So, what do we have planned for you in our special opening ceremony event? Let's take a look at our agenda. If we could please go to the agenda slide. We will be opening today's event by listening to some Microsoft leaders on the Code Without Barriers program and the Code Without Barriers Hackathon event. This will be followed by each of our participating partners who will share more details about their company and industry and present their problem statement. We will then take you through all of the milestones that you need to know as a participant, and finally, officially open up the hacking period for you all. With that in mind, I'd like to introduce our first speaker to kick off this opening ceremony. It is my absolute honor to invite a champion of women in tech, a leader who has been instrumental in driving the Code Without Barriers initiative forward. Please welcome Annie Matthew, our Code Without Barriers Asia lead.
Thank you, Nuria. Hello and welcome to everybody on the call and to the women out there who would be joining this hackathon who are not on this call now but would view this later. It's a real delight to have you with us, and I must say it's a really big pleasure to have our partners with us who have provided the problem statements for this hackathon. Thanks, Nuria, for the introduction, and thanks, Julia, for bringing us all together in this hackathon. Can we move to the next slide, please? Why are we here and why are we doing this? 1 billion new applications are going to be built over the next 24 to 36 to 36 months, if you will, according to IDC. Now, right now, we might be using about 100 apps or so, maybe 100 million apps altogether across all the app stores. But can you imagine 1 billion apps? I mean, what kind of apps are they? And when you say 1 billion apps, much of this is logic apps. And think about the current trend of agents. And that is what is going to populate that 1 billion apps underneath the surface of what we have experienced so far and will experience going forward. So there's going to be an explosion of applications, and that calls for the need for developers. And all these applications, as you're seeing even now, is not just fun things, right? Much of the decision-making is happening through this AI technology, like who gets the next COVID vaccine if it was a few years back during the pandemic. Now, why do we pay higher premium policy for women? And when you go to the doctor, women take at least 7 visits to get real pain medication, as opposed to men who get it the first time. And why? That's because of some biases that they would run us through. Is it a psychological issue or a neurological issue and stuff like that before we get to the real pain medication that we need. And so on and so forth. It goes on and on, all the way up to crash dummies for our vehicles. There are only male crash dummies even now. That is regulated. Our cars are not tested on women crash dummies. So it is so proliferating. And how do we solve this? And I know that every leader on this call and every one of you on this call wants to serve the world in some way or the other by creating applications. And so if we need to serve the world through our products and services, or even for good, We got to represent the world. If we can move on to the next slide. And that was the core of creating Code Without Barriers. And we created it during the pandemic. This is the fourth hackathon and the fifth year started for Code Without Barriers. And it was formed on this mission that we need to reflect society. So if women are part of designing, creating, using, testing, coding, and even policy making in all of this AI-led applications that's currently driving transformation, if we are there every step of the way, then we would be represented in the products and services that we get. And so the aim is to close the gender gap in this industry. And Code Without Barriers is a platform that Microsoft is providing for female developers like you, founders, communities to connect to organizations. You will meet some of our partners today, amazing folks. Thank you, that's okay. We can move to the next slide. So this is how it works, and this is your journey. So developers and women like you often ask, okay, we can skill up, but where's the opportunity? And customers and partners like Chris here, Celine, Pooja, and so on, all of them you will meet later on in this 1 hour, ask, fine, we should do AI responsibly, which means we need women in our data science teams, in our tech teams, but where is that talent? So this hackathon is where the skill meets opportunities. And that's why. So you have communities, make sure you come to the community meetup. You've gone through the skilling program. There's more to go. If you did fundamentals, go through advanced. And of course, you build using the technology so you can go raise your hand for the next opportunity with confidence. Go to the next job with a portfolio and go with confidence. Well, Satya announced the expansion of Code Without Barriers last year at Build 2024 in India. And since then, we have expanded across all of Asia Pacific, right from Australia, New Zealand to India, ANZ, Japan, Korea, China, and of course, ASEAN. But what you're seeing, the graph on the right, is proof of the pudding, which is real data by a third party /data, which reports on this. And if you see APAC, you can see that it grew from 12% to 20% to 30%. And today, I think it's at 31%. Developer diversity. So this is real data, which shows us that if you're focused and you participate, you can move the needle. That's hope for us. Moving on. This is the impact today. And it's my honor and privilege to represent the entire village behind Code Without Barriers, both at Microsoft and outside Microsoft with our partners who have achieved this. So today, I think we have skilled over 450,000 women in AI. And I'm not seeing that in the slide here, but that's the number. And that is through 64 plus customers and partners who've signed MOUs committing to it. We have over 250 industry mentors. 1,500 of women like you have gone through the mentorship programs. We have 84 plus community partners. These are tech communities and open source communities. And you can see the energy from the pictures on the right side. Moving on. Now a real story. This is probably a wonderful story. It gives me goosebumps every time I talk about it. This is the story of Linny, who discovered Code Without Barriers after about a 9-year career gap. She discovered us through the community meetup, went through the skilling, did AI advanced, went into the hackathon and won the hackathon. I think that was a Johnson & Johnson AI use case that she did, and she won it, but she couldn't get a job because she was on a dependent visa. Not to be intimidated by that, she continued because of the community support. She went back to doing advanced AI, came all the way around 2024. She won the hackathon again. And this time she also was mentored by the Prudential mentor who is Tien. She is an AI director at Prudential. And that's the lady you see on the right side. And Tien found her story very inspiring, and she actually referred her into Prudential. And today she is one of the global AI teams. She's an AI engineer at Prudential after 9 years of career gap. So regardless of where you are at today, this journey is meant for you and for you to find those opportunities and career progression. And in that, you have a bigger impact in your country and even in the industry, right? You're going to build AI and make sure that women's perspectives are landing in the products and services we build, and you're creating digital footprint for the data to really reflect women better. So each one of you is super important in our journey towards achieving gender parity and gender equity in this era of AI. Let me once again thank Julia, Nuria, and who are core to actually drive this hackathon for you, and to all of you who are participating. Thank you. Over to you, Julia.
Thank you, Annie, for the insightful overview on the Code Without Barriers program, and especially for sharing Lini's story with us. It's really impact stories like hers that really challenge us to give our best. Lini is a two-time Code Without Barriers Hackathon winner, and we're definitely excited about the next stage in her career. So now for all of you on the call, you must be wondering, how can you too have an inspiring story like Lini's? So now let's hear from Dr. Julia Gusakova, who is our Code Without Barriers Hackathon Pillar Lead, who will take you through the importance of participating in the hackathon and the activity overview as well. Over to you, Dr. Julia.
Thank you, Nuria. Hi, everyone. So this is not the first year we are doing the Code Without Barriers Hackathon. This is actually the fourth time. So for any one of you from our partners and customers and participants who are joining us, not for the first time, welcome back. Yeah, we are very happy to have you here. And for any one of you for whom this is the first time of being Code Without Barriers Hackathon, part of this initiative, welcome. And I hope you will have an amazing experience. You will learn a lot of new things, and it will be valuable for you. So if we can move to the next slide. So why do we even have the Code Without Barriers Hackathon? So you've heard from Annie that Code Without Barriers, this is a huge platform for women, and we skill them, we mentor them over there. But then the question comes, like, how do you showcase your skills? How do you demonstrate everything you've learned? And how do you ultimately get these internships and job opportunities? So this is why we have Code Without Barriers Hackathon. So this is a platform for you to showcase everything you've learned, to actually demo your skills, potentially learn even more new things, to build your portfolio, to network with mentors from all our partners and customers, build these connections, meet your peers, see and learn the things they are doing, and maybe something interesting that you haven't seen before, right? And ultimately get the opportunity to win and get these internships and job opportunities, which can help you drive your career forward. And it doesn't matter the career stage you are at right now, be it either you're a student, or maybe you had a career gap, and you want to return back to the industry, or maybe you are just planning a switch in your career, right? So all of this, for all of this, Code Without Barriers Hackathon can be helpful for you. And you've heard just one story about Lini, who found her dream job, right? So please be inspired. There are way more winners like which we have in our Code Without Barriers Hackathon with amazing stories, and we'll probably do a separate sharing session on that, so you can hear their firsthand experience and how they use this hackathon to promote and advance their career, right? So I think we can move to the next slide. So how did success look like last year? So last year was a very important one, and we were expanding the hackathon to a new geography. So for the first time, we had participants from India, from Australia, New Zealand, and not only participants, but also like partners and customers coming from these regions supporting us, right? We had more than 4,000 registrations. We actually had 62 final submissions of high quality. We had 15 companies supporting us, and we had 15 internships which were available to participants as prizes, which were won and awarded. And we had 25 mentors from both our partners and customers and Microsoft supporting participants on their journey. And on top of that, to make it a little bit sweeter for our winners, we actually had a prize fund of up to $10,000, which were awarded to our winners and distributed among them, right? So let's move to the next slide. So this year, in terms of the prizes, all right, we are again going after jobs and internships, right? And we are continuing this effort to actually fund another 10K worth of prizes, which will be available for you to win, right? So please keep this in mind. Pick the problem statement you like, and you'll be rewarded. So in terms of the, please, can we please go back to the previous one? So in terms of the timelines, right? So today we are at the opening ceremony. So this is the official beginning of the hackathon. So we will have the hackathon period till early June. So this is the time for you to pick the problem statements you like and work on it, and your final submission is supposed to be happening before 1st of June, right? After that, we will have a judging period of 2 weeks. So we typically split it into two parts. First, judging of your submissions, which will be done offline by the judges. And then some of you can be invited to fireside chats. So please check your emails regularly. Don't miss this invitation, because this is an opportunity for you to present your solution to the judges live and to make your pitch and to answer questions from them, right? And then we will have a closing ceremony on 17th of June. So this is where we will be announcing winners. So please do join. That's going to be a very exciting and special event for all of us, right? So let's move to the next slide. So where are we today? So we have registrations already from more than 18 countries, right? We have participants coming to the hackathon all across the Asia Pacific region. So, and also I would like to thank our partners and customers who are supporting us. We have 9 of them with us today, and they have already submitted their problem statements, which are already published. We have 11 published already. And on top of that, we have 3 general problem statements also available for you. We'll introduce them in a bit. So can we please stay on the slide? Yeah, so this year you will see that a lot of problem statements, they are focused around generative AI, and this is a very hot topic in the industry right now. So you'll have a lot of different business use cases which you can work on around this topic, and I hope it will be very interesting for you. And also check out the problem statements, because there might be new coming in. We will be updating the prizes section for some of them, adding some more nice things for you as a prize is over there. Yeah, so just keep an eye. And in terms of submissions, right, majority of a lot of problem statements, you'll need to submit your final pitch video in English. However, there will be problem statements which will be localized, and if the language is if the other than English language is explicitly mentioned, right, you can actually do submission in your local language if that's mentioned in the problem statement, right? So, and we will have Motoko-san covering one of the problem statements, which will be specifically available for our Japan audience from Japan. So we can move to the next slide. So whenever we're talking about the hackathon, and especially like when we are connecting with a lot of women who are part of the program, there are a lot of doubts. If you should join, why should you join? And like, will you be even able to compete and complete the problem statement. So there are lots of doubts. So my advice to you is join the hackathon, pick the problem statement you like. Maybe if you are not very familiar with the cloud, that's going to be a perfect opportunity for you to learn something, to learn how to work with cloud, how to build the solutions on Azure, right? If you are a student and you don't have, or maybe like you don't have a lot of industry experience, this is a perfect opportunity for you to work on the problem statements which are brought to you from the business, right? So that's very close to what you will be working on once you are in the company, also, if you want to just learn some new technologies, maybe work with new services, perfect opportunity for you. And if you've never participated in the hackathon, don't worry, this will be a very guided journey for you. So just a start. That's going to be like a lot of support. And even though we are doing this as an individual hackathon, so you don't have to look for a team, right? You can work on your own. And we are doing this specifically for you to get the maximum experience from the hackathon itself. So you will learn how to decipher the business use case, how to understand like what is the best technology choice for you to work on this problem statement. Then you will have to do the implementation yourself. And then, of course, you will learn how to pitch your solution, because it's one thing to build something amazing, but then it's another thing to present it to the bigger audience and convince judges that you are the winner, right? So all of this is the experience you can get from the hackathon, right? And you're not going to be left alone on this journey. So we have a pool of mentors from our partners and customers and from Microsoft who will be there to support you. To connect with them, join Discord channel. That's going to be the best place for you to ask all of your questions and get your answers. So we will also be having a number of technical sessions. So they will be tailored to the problem statements and the themes which we see this year. So look out for the announcements. We will be publishing them both at Discord and also at the Hackathon website. And also we will have mentoring clinics closer to the end of the hackathon, where you can bring all your questions around submissions or like anything, and we will try to help you and try to bring you to this final submission. And if you haven't registered yet, please use the QR code or go to the hackathon website, like register, complete your profile. And I'm really looking forward for all of you to hack, to learn as much as you can, to connect with a lot of mentors and peers from this hackathon, and happy hacking. And with this, I'm handing over back to Nuria.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dr. Julia, for such an exciting introduction to the hackathon. It definitely makes me want to join in as well. But with that, for all of you on the call, it is now my privilege for me to be able to open the next segment of this event, which is our partner sharing presentations. Our will be presenting on their company, introduce you to their problem statements that they have carefully curated, aligned to their industry needs. They are eager to see how your fresh perspectives and innovative thinking can solve them. First up, let me welcome Celine Lecoq, who is the Chief Data and Innovation Officer at Bank of Singapore. Celine, over to you. Hi, Celine, if you could please unmute yourself.
Hi, hello. Yes, apology. Can you hear me? All right. Thanks for the presentation, and thanks for the opportunity to be part of this Code Without Barrier program and hackathon. So my name is Celine Lecoq. I'm the Chief Data and Innovation Officer of Bank of Singapore. Bank of Singapore is the private banking arm of OCBC Bank that you might know here in Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, China. And so I'm leading the analytic team for the bank. We are developing GenAI model for the bank. We're also in charge of all the aspects on data platform, implementation of data governance, so all the policy regarding data, how to ensure data quality, data protection, as well as all the policy regarding the ethic use of data. This is why we're very glad today to partner, as it was mentioned earlier, with the Code Without Barrier program, because diversity in data science is quite important, right? The ethic of our models is actually crucial to ensure that we keep the trust of our customer and that we implement AI, but in the right way. So yeah, my background was not only in banking, but yeah, I started in connected cars, self-driving cars. So ethic is also quite an important topic over there. And then after I moved in Singapore to the insurance space, and now in banking, which is quite an interesting sector, because you have a lot of information when you look at the banking transaction of the client, and then we're doing also simulation using market data. We're now working on a big project in the bank called the Strategic Asset Allocation, where we are trying to build a portfolio for our clients that are not only ensuring return, but that are also robust to the volatility of all the events, right? So we all know the tariff announcement from the Trump government over the past few weeks that have actually checked the market. So the question is, how do we use data to better predict and ensure that we have a robust portfolio allocation for our clients? So those are part of the things that we're working on, along with deploying a lot of Python build application, and partnering with Microsoft on a few other projects. So one of the things that we're looking at as well is the implementation of copilots within the organization, but also Power BI Copilot, because we build a lot of dashboard, and getting insights or being able to generate dashboard directly using Copilot would be a tremendous gain of efficiency for the organization. So I think that's it for who I am and what we do. If you have any more questions, feel free to ping me on LinkedIn. I'm always happy to answer any question you might have. So we have two challenges for this hackathon. The first one is to create a minimum viable product for a client event management app. So potentially leveraging on Microsoft Power App or even Dynamics. So you guys should know that our CRM is based on Microsoft Dynamics on-prem. So it's not the cloud version, because we're in banking. So it's the on-prem version. But today we're looking to develop an MVP that would help our marketing team to streamline the registration process. So the way that we deal with event today in the bank, so we are only serving clients that are high-end customer, right? It's 5 million to open a bank account with Bank of Singapore, so it's not a traditional retail bank account. It's really high-end customer, and we are doing a lot of off-site events where we are inviting, for example, famous person. We just had Jacinta, the ex-president from New Zealand, for example, coming to Singapore. And so we want to invite our clients to this kind of very high-end event. And so today, the marketing team craft an event, the bankers will invite their clients, we'll have a lot of registration, sometimes much more candidates compared to the number of seats allocated for those events. And so our marketing team needs to prioritize according to the asset under management that client has, or the long time relationship that he has in the bank. And all of those approval are going to the top of what we call a market head. We put this as a manager in the hackathon for ease of interpretation. But so every time we invite a client, it costs quite a lot of money to the bank. So we need to make sure that we're inviting the right person and that, we have an ROI for all the event that we are actually doing. So we are looking at having an app that is developed to be able to manage this workflow within the organization in an efficient manner, so the banker can know what is the status of their client, have the invitation been approved, can they bring a +1, and also to manage all of the last minute changes, right? So for example, 2 days before the event, the client cannot come, so the bankers need to know that he has one more seat available that he has already paid for, to be able to make the most of it, right? And similarly for the marketing team, they want to make sure that all those prospects for the bank can be turned into potential client if they're not already client of the bank. So we have more details that we're gonna share with all of the participants that are interested during a specific session. I think that will be organized with the Code Without Barriers program. We have a prototype demo app that we have built on Python already, but we would like to get that onto Microsoft, managed product. So that would be pretty much the context of this first client event management application. And so we are offering for the winner of this hackathon a 6 months paid internship in order to be able to implement the product that you are building within the bank, along with Data Hub, so my team, as well as our customer experience team, who is actually working on that project with the marketing team. So we want to ensure that we have the best customer experience possible, and you will be able to actually deliver whatever you came up with during the hackathon as part of a 6 months internship program. Right. The second use case, it's a more simple one, I would say. It's a use case on how to create similarly an app or a workflow in order to manage the licenses. So we have various licenses that are allocated, software licenses, right, that are allocated to different people within each and every department. And so today the process is quite manual. The tracking is on Excel. The provisioning of the license and the tracking is done on separate spreadsheet. And we would like to have one common application that allow us to know who has been allocated which license. So you can have like Adobe licenses, you can have, Beyond Compare, we have various software, and people do need licenses sometimes for a certain activity, but those licenses can be relocated to some other people. So at the bank level, we're trying to optimize the use of our licenses by reallocating those that are not used. So this is a use case where there would be also a bit of analytic, right? Potentially using Power BI in order for us to know, to be able to track which employee has which licenses from which software, and so we need to gather a bit of information. And for that, we're offering a $2,000 voucher from Capital-Land, as well as some of our very cool merchandise that we're using internally for our training. And I mean, let's see, you would be also a good candidate for a future internship potentially.
Okay, thank you so much, Celine. Just for describing a little bit more about your own background, but also describing the problem statements. I think it was a very comprehensive overview. So really appreciate you taking time out and joining us and sharing this with the participants of our call as well. Prizes definitely look attractive. So I hope, for all the participants as well, you are taking notes of each of the guidances that Celine has also shared with us. Next up, we have Juan Zhu, who is the Vice President, Software Engineer at Barclays. Juan, if you'd like to please come on camera and unmute yourself, and please take us through the Barclays problem statement. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Juan, and I'm here on behalf of Barclays. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to this exciting AI hackathon. I specialize in pre-trade systems and work on the ultra-low latency trading platform in Barclays. My team delivers hardware-accelerated solutions for hedge fund clients trading across various markets. Barclays is a British universal bank. We are diversified by business, by different types of customers and clients, and also by geography. Our businesses include consumer banking and payments operations around the world, as well as a top-tier, full-service global corporate and investment bank, all of which are supported by our service company, which provides technology, operations, and functional services across the group. It is one of the world's largest and most respected financial institutions, established in 1690 with a legacy of success, quality, and innovation. At Barclays, we believe that technology, especially AI, has the power to transform financial services, improving customer experiences, and drive real impact. That's why we are proud to be a part of this event and thrilled to see what fresh ideas and solutions you will bring to the table. We are excited to see how all of you will harness the power of AI to solve real-world problems. Now let me share a bit about the problem statement we are putting forward. In today's fast-paced trading environment, speed, precision, and reliability are non-negotiable. Real-time network monitoring and issue detection are critical. In particular, we are focusing on a key area of network-level diagnostics through packet analysis. So your task is to analyze packet capture data from equity trading systems. These environments are highly sensitive to latency spikes, packet drops, and jitters, which can disrupt trade execution. We would like you to build intelligent solutions powered by AI or intelligent automation that can detect issues or patterns from raw network traffic. This could be a real-time dashboard that visualizes trade-related network issues, integration with open-source tools like T-Shark or Scapy to enrich the analysis, even predictive modeling to anticipate potential failures based on past behaviors. You can think like a network detective. How can we use AI to spot problems before they impact performance or clients? We are looking for smart, creative approaches, whether it's building a model, designing a visualization dashboard, or integrating open source tools. It's not just about what you build, and it's about how you think. We cannot wait to see your ideas in action. Best of luck and happy hacking. Thank you.
Thanks, Yuan, for sharing. Great to see the intersection of banking and tech in your problem statement. So really appreciate the level of technical detail you did go into. I'd like to now introduce Angeline Lin, Engagement Delivery Director at Cognizant. Angeline, if you could please come on camera and unmute yourself to introduce the Cognizant problem statements.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angeline. I'm actually an engagement delivery director from Cognizant. Okay, the name sounds very long, and maybe let me explain what I do in Cognizant. I'm actually taking care of delivery in Cognizant. Delivery means what? Delivery means building an IT system, providing IT services, providing IT consultancies that we provide from the company to all our clients. So I'm taking care of this part in terms of providing the services, providing consultancies, and to bring values to the client. Okay, so I'm with Cognizant for about 5 years. Before I joined Cognizant, I was with a so-called a computer vision AI company called SenseTime. Prior to that, actually, I also worked with HP, DXC, those kind of MNCs before. But mainly throughout my whole life career, I'm working for Singapore government, so-called public sector business for that. All right. So now maybe let me talk a little bit about my company, Cognizant. Cognizant is actually a global leader in technologies and consulting services. Our purpose is to engineer the modern organizations to improve their everyday life. So what does that mean? That means we are helping our client, the business and organizations, right, to with their digital transformation agenda, because now everybody going for digital, going for AI, Gen AI, things like that. And our business is cut across different industries like government, banking and financials, insurance, healthcare, retail, manufacturing, logistics, whichever you can think it, right? Actually, yeah, that is the core business we're looking at. Through our innovation solutions that we are actually improved operational efficiencies to the customer, we also do a lot of customer engagement by providing the right solutions and transformations to unlock new revenue stream for our clients. On top of that, we actually also have our own suite of offerings through our flagship called Neuro AI platform to help the organizations to leverage on agentic AIs to orchestrate the multi-agent models to create use case, create prototype, generate test data, as well as actually generate models, right, in just a few clicks. All right. We are actually also committed to ensure that while we are supporting our client to implement AI, we also improve AI talent in this community. This is one of our key agenda as well. We are building the next generation AI talents with our global initiative called Cognizant Synapse. This is to prepare the workforce for tomorrow with skills and the career readiness. It includes the partnership like today, right? Like this one, we partner with Microsoft, and we hope that to provide more opportunities and inspirations, right, to use for the AI for the impact. Okay, so okay, now let me move on to the two problem statements for that. Okay, so the first problem statement. Okay, my use case, both of them is actually no, not use case, sorry. My problem statement, both of them are actually related to AI or Gen AI. First of all, is actually we are looking at building a data interpreter assistant with voice. So what does it mean? It's actually what we want. It's actually to implement a AI assistant, right? Can analyze based on certain dashboard data that from the database to actually by accepting the voice input to generate some of the outcome to the users. All right. This will help those that non-technical users or even officers, right? And especially when they are not in front of their computers or in front of their laptops and things like that, by through the voice, right, they can actually get the data easily. All right. So give an example. For example, there's this sales manager. He's busy actually at his work, but he needs to know some insights of her so-called her monthly reviews on some dashboard data for last month. Okay, so what does she do? She will just need to ask the bot saying that, hey, how did the North region perform in March? Then the bot actually, by analyzing the data, right, that is already stored as well as with the model built, you can tell them, hey, okay, in March, the North region actually achieved 500,000 in sales, but which is 100,000 K less than the target of 600,000. So in this case, he can get the information just by asking queries and get the response immediately. This kind of use case is actually, or this kind of problem statement can be used not only for sales, right? Sometimes it can be used for those people who are disabled, right? They can't type and things like that. They can use voice to ask the queries that they want. So this is the data interpreter assistant problem statement we are trying to build for this. And the tech stack we are looking at is very much in terms of Azure OpenAI, Azure Speech, because we are talking about the speech, and the managed database from Azure. Okay, so for this problem statement, the price actually Cognizant will provide is actually will provide a guaranteed interview opportunities to the winner for our open positions. All right, so that you have a chance to have interviews to really go through it. And if you are selected, to become the perm staff in Cognizant. And we also have the social media stories for the winners, right? Feature with our senior Cognizant leaders from APJ. Yeah, you will be on the news. And the Cognizant brand certification will also be provided to you as a token of appreciation at the so-called presentations as well. Okay, the next one we are looking at is a personal AI assistant. Okay, why we have this idea or why this is a problem statement is because on a day-to-day basis, okay, no matter which industry you're working on, no matter which role that you're working on, every day you are dealing with a lot of different type of content at work or at home, be it documents, articles, websites, personal notes, videos, audios, photos, all this kind of thing. These are all the so-called contents you are dealing with every day. And actually, if let's say you want to find out some insights of the content or get some SOPs or some details from the content, is very difficult. So what we are looking at this system is actually this system allow us to upload or link the content, right? Like documents and discussions and notes into this system and process it and organize into the vector DB. Once you organize and load into the vector DB, then we can use it for training the model of the AI. After that, we can use this model to actually, with all the contents we loaded over there, to use work as an AI bot, right? To ask questions and receive the intelligent response from that. On top of that, because it actually has a lot of information and the data you already loaded inside there, this one will also support some revisions and learnings, right? To generate some of the quizzes and things like that for the content that you consumed in the past to make it more effectively for you to use. Maybe we give an example. Okay, for example, it's like maybe a product manager. A product manager, every day they are dealing with a lot of staggered content such as meeting notes, blogs, documentations, discussions, and things like that. So this system should help him to allow him to upload all these contents into the system and inside the vector DB, so that when this guy asking the chatbot saying that, hey, what is my key decision from my last week's planning meeting? Then this assistant will actually reply through the form of displaying, right? Like how we use a ChatGPT like that, display all the contents in that. Hey, so this actually your last week's meeting so-called notes, right? These are the action item 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So come out already. All this will be handy for him to follow up and also for him to recall the information that maybe weeks ago or even months ago. Yeah, and the usage for this kind of this problem statement is not only at work, like what I say, depending on what contents that you want to organize, it can be used at work, at personal, at any part of life in your day-to-day life as well. Okay, and the tech stack we are looking at is actually Azure OpenAI, Azure Cosmos, which is the DB, and Azure AI Search as well as storage. The price that we are actually going to offer is also similar as the previous one. We will give you a guaranteed interview. The winner will be having an interview opportunities for our open positions. Okay, and the social media stories for the winners also will be featured with our senior leadership in APJ. Okay, last but not least, Cognizant brand certification is really appreciations and recognitions, right, for the winners as well. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Angeline. Excited to see the kinds of AI assistants our participants will create, especially the program manager example. So I may borrow that solution, the winning solution as well for my day-to-day job as well. So really appreciated that. Thank you for your time and joining in for today's opening ceremony. Let's hear from Chris Hoffman, who is the co-founder and Chief Partnerships Officer at Tech. If you could please come on camera and unmute yourself. Thank you.
Hey, can you hear me okay? Okay,
Yes, perfect.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, my name is Chris, and I'm the co-founder and chief partnerships and customer officer at Hex. Hex is an Australian-based company, and what we do typically in Australia when we introduce ourselves or we talk about what we're doing, we acknowledge the traditional owners of the land where we live and work. So I'm based in South Australia, which is the land of the Kaurna people, and I recognize the traditional owners of this land and respect their elders past and present. And so, yeah, that's a little thing that we do in Australia. And yeah, I have a background in education. I'm just a university dork. I spent around 15 years working within universities, running various departments. And now I'm in the private side of things, looking to create in our team a new type of university experience, a new type of higher education model where it brings in incredible companies like Microsoft and other leading companies to actually help shape the future of education and to be able to support and be very unapologetic to literally change the face of business leaders and people who are launching businesses, because let's be real, like a lot of people that are running businesses look a lot like me, and that's not right. So we are looking to try to change that as much as we can. And so, yep, I mean, I love education so much. I did a master's in it. Grew up in the States working in education, now live in Australia. But yeah, maybe next slide and I can tell you a little bit about Hex. Or is that the only slide? Not sure. All right, oh yeah, that's us. Cool. Well, a little bit about Hex. So basically what we're doing, I guess you would describe Hex as a expansion pack for traditional education. Typically high schools, universities, other higher education organizations, they take a really long time to update their courses and update their content. And they're really hard to work with when if you're like Microsoft and you want to engage with universities, like they're just not fun to work with. So what we try to do is try to create really industry relevant and fun education experiences that are just really up to the moment. Because if a university takes 2 years to update a subject, how could, like, if you're trying to study and try to like get a job at Microsoft, like what you're learning in university is out of date. And so we try to bridge that gap between traditional education and what's actually happening in the future of work. And so what we're doing now, so a lot of universities, because they're struggling so much to stay relevant, they're also trying to find many ways to be able to engage and educate learners across the Asia Pacific, across the ASEAN, so universities in the US, UK, Australia. But what we can do is Hex can do it way quicker, way more fun, not boring. And so one of the things we're really excited about is the opportunity to actually provide this incredible individualized experience for learners across the ASEAN. Particularly using the power of artificial intelligence. And so the problem statement that we're going with is that we want to challenge everyone to develop AI solutions that enhance the accessibility, the engagement, and most importantly, the cultural relevance of learning online. Because oftentimes higher education, it's just boring. It's just one size fits all. It sucks. Like, let's be real. So one of the things we want to be able to do is to be able to really like use AI to be able to help others from a wide range of different cultural backgrounds, language groups, and different educational contexts across the Southeast Asia region. And so, yeah, we want to be able to really localize the education experience and bring and have all of these experts from around the world, a lot of them maybe who only know English as a language, but be able to use AI to be able to provide that language localization, personal recommendations, etc. So the three kind of possible areas that we'd love for you to explore is that content localization. So using AI to automatically adapt course content to different languages and cultural context, ensuring accurate translation and culturally relevant visuals. Another thing we're thinking about that could be a really cool area to explore is using a AI engine that suggests different content and different modules and different topics based upon their own background, their own passions, their own interests, like really kind of personalizing it, because I'm telling you, like universities are going to take forever to do this, and we'll be able to do it faster together, guys. So we're really pumped on this. And then the last one, probably maybe in that direction, is kind of localized feedback and assessment. Creating AI tools that provide personalized feedback in different languages. So just being able to provide like realistic at scale feedback, because we're hoping to try to empower tens, if not hundreds of thousands of learners around the world. And be able to like leverage amazing partnerships with like folks from Microsoft and Atlassian and Canva and a lot of these great companies. You can see the tech stack on there. I don't need to read the screen for you, but that's what we were thinking about. You guys using. Apart from cash and mentoring, for anyone that is interested in the virtual room, who is a female who is also looking to build or create a tech company. We've actually recently got a lot of funding from the Australian government to be able to fund up to like $10,000 worth of free like support and programs in Australia. So just go to our website, startwithhex.com. I'll put it into the chat to you can find out more as well. But that's just some of the perks of working with us. But no, we're really excited about the amazing opportunity that AI has on education. And I'll stick around if anyone wants to DM me for any questions. Otherwise, yeah, excited to be here. Thanks to Microsoft for the incredible support. It's great to be back and participate in the CWV program. Back to you in the studio.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Chris. Really love the cultural localization element in your problem statement. I feel sometimes it doesn't addressed enough, but it's definitely an important need in AI right now. So thank you for bringing it to light as well in your problem
statement. Thanks for inviting us. All the best. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Now let's Ross Desa here at iNext Lab. Ross, if you could please come on camera and unmute yourself and just share a little bit about the company and yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Noria. Hello, everyone. Myself, Ross Desa. I'm working as an AI engineer in R&D department of iNext Labs. I'm excited to represent iNext Labs as a leading generative AI company headquartered in Singapore with global footprints in India, Malaysia, and US. At iNext Labs, we specialize in delivering AI solutions that empower businesses to make smarter decisions, automate workflows, and even elevate the customer experiences. Our AI-driven tools are built to streamline operations, enhance the efficiency, and fuel the growth. From ready-to-deploy virtual assistants to enterprise-ready solutions, we transforming the way the organization engages with customers and manage their operations. Whether it's a document intelligence, data intelligence, contact center modernization, or lead generation, we integrate AI across communication channels to enable seamless automation. I'm glad to be here at the 4th annual Code Without Barriers Hackathon 2025, hosted by our amazing partner, Microsoft. This isn't just a hackathon, it's a movement empower women across Asia Pacific region, equip them with the technical skills, and inspire them to become trailblazers of inclusive innovation. And we at iNext Lab are truly honored to stand alongside this mission and contribute to shaping the future of tech, one woman, one idea, one breakthrough at a time. To the entire Microsoft Code Without Barriers team, thank you for giving the partners like us a platform to drive impact and create technologies that serve everyone, especially the incredible women who are stepping into the leadership. You're not just organizing a hackathon, an ecosystem of inclusive innovation that drives economic and social growth. Let me come to our problem statement. We are excited to introduce our challenge for this year, one that empowers learners through intelligent and personalized support. We believe that access to quality education is a right and not a privilege. For our challenge, you need to create a study mentor, a multi-agent AI-powered virtual assistant designed to help students across Asia, especially in underrepresented communities, so that it will learn better, understand deeper, and feel more confident, all through a simple chat interface. The first task to build a multi-agent assistant through an autogen framework of Microsoft, where you will create 3 agents. First will be the explanation guru, where it will simplify the complex problem into a simpler version. The second will be a quiz master, where you will craft practice quizzes and evaluate the answers. And third will be an exam coach, where it will share the revision plans and offer a personalized study strategy. The second thing, the added task, it will be make it multimodal. Let me give an example of that. Let's say a student uploads a textbook image or handwritten notes and asks, how do I understand Newton's third law? Give me a quiz on World War II, or what's the best way to revise organic chemistry in 5 days? These are the things that we focus in the student mentor. Let me give another example, a real life example. Imagine Anaya, a high school student in rural India, preparing for board exams. Without access to coaching classes, he opens a study mentor and asks, explain projectile motion in simple words. The explanation guru take over from here and breaks the complex problem into a simple version and visually make it easier for her to understand. Then the quiz master responds with 3 MCQs and real-time evaluation. At the last, the exam coach will guide for a personalized revision plans and daily tailored hands-on question and answer things. To all the amazing women participating in this hackathon, you are not just writing the code, you are writing the future. At iNext Labs, we are inspired by your passion, your potential, and your power to change the world through technology. Let's build this to that, educate and uplift and empower together. Thank you and all the best for everyone. Thank you, Nuria, and I will hand over it to you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Ross. I would be very interested to see some of the solutions that you receive. Some I have also loved when I was a student. So thank you for the idea and for the problem statement as well. We're very excited to have iNext Labs a part of our Code Without Barriers hackathon this year as well. Participants, we have a few more problem statements to go. I hope you already have your thinking hats on how you are going to solve them. But just a couple more, and then we will start on the participants' journey process as well for the hackathon. Next up, we have Hima Bindu Sutharu, Principal Delivery Lead at MLAI Digital. Hima, if you're on the call, please do unmute yourself and put yourself on camera and do share a little bit more about your company and the problem statement. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Nuria. Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon. I am Himabindu Saturu and a Principal Delivery Lead at MLI Digital Private Limited. I am truly honored to be here with you all today. I manage cross-functional teams, ensuring timely project delivery and ensuring smooth project executions while maintaining business objectives. Just last month, our team has participated in the Agentic AI hackathon conducted by Microsoft. And today I am equally excited to be on the sponsor side of this hackathon's journey. It is a proud moment for MLI Digital to be actively contributing onto the AI innovation ecosystem. Coming to our company, MLI Digital, we are a deep tech AI company doing innovation and research in AI from the past 6 years. And we have our presence across India, Singapore, and Malaysia. And we are Microsoft Gold partners and advanced specialization in AI and machine learning. With a dedicated team of over 80 plus professionals, and we specialize in building AI powered solutions across various domains, mainly focusing on banking, insurance, and finance. And some of our award winning use cases include the AI KYC use case, which we have done for ICICI Bank, and it has won the NASCOM AI Game Changer Award, and AI Sales Birdie and Wealth Advisor, which is among the top 3 finalists for the Graham Bell Award that we have worked on along with the collaboration of Aditya Birla Capital. At MLI, we just don't build AI for the sake of innovation, but we build AI that solves real world business challenges, whether it is enhancing the call center analytics, powering sales with AI driven copilots, or building self service bots. And I'm very happy to tell that our solutions are already live at some of our India's largest banks and NBFC institutions. And we are helping our customers in reducing the operational costs, improving the turnaround time, and enhancing customer experience. This is all about my company. And coming to the problem statement for this hackathon. It is an intelligent email-based service request handling with AI agents. It actually focuses on how the customer service emails are handled in the banking sector using modular AI agents. Like imagine if you are a banker and if you are opening an email and without just lifting your finger, an AI bot reads the email, understands the request, creates a service ticket through an API, and instantly sends a response back to the customer. Not just that, but if a customer follows up after few days, the system will automatically check the status of the request and it replies accordingly. And to work on this solution, we propose to use a series of AI-powered agents, each with a specific job, like an AI agent to read the email, an AI agent to classify the intent, AI agent for extracting the key information, so on and so forth. And all of this is orchestrated using the Microsoft Semantic Kernel and Azure Functions. And the impact of this use case will be, it will help in reducing the manual effort in the back office, and it will improve the classification and response quality. And by scalability, by using modular agents, it can be scalable, reused, and these agents can be retrained independently. And what we are looking for is we are looking out for innovation, scalability, and the smart use of Microsoft AI stacks. This is not more than just a coding challenge. It is about building a real-world scalable AI solution that could be deployed in any enterprise tomorrow. This is all about the problem statement which we will be presenting for this hackathon. And as listed here, the prizes which we'll be providing are the swags for company. And I thank you all very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hima, for sharing, and thank you for your time as well in joining in today's opening ceremony. We're very excited to have MLAI a part of our hackathon. You can definitely see the solution to this problem statement being very useful to the banking industry. So I do hope we get some good solutions that come out of this hackathon as well. With that, I'd like to now introduce Daisy Radford, co-founding president at Sponsors in Tech. Daisy, I know you're already on camera, so over to you, please.
Brilliant. Thanks, Maria. Hi, everyone. Really excited to be here today. Thank you to Microsoft for running another amazing Code Without Barriers hackathon. I'll give you a little bit about myself, and then I'll praise Code Without Barriers even more because I really am such a fan of this amazing challenge. So I'm the founding co-president of a non-for-profit organization called Sponsors in Tech. We are completely voluntary ran, and we support women with their tech careers all the way through a women's journey. I've been supporting Code Without Barriers for the last 3 years, and I've had such amazing interactions with all the participants, whether that be as a mentor, whether that be learning from the participants, whether that be a judge. So I just want to start with saying well done you for looking at the challenges out there, and well done you for thinking about becoming participants, and I would just encourage you to do so. And Nuria, I'll go on to the challenge, which hopefully continues to pique everyone's interest. So I mentioned what we do as an organization is we provide lots of different events and lots of different information to women to make more informed decisions. And that ultimately results in a more satisfied and a better opportunity to grow your career the way you want it. One of the things we think is missing from this huge plethora of data is a more visual mapping of what type of experience plus what type of qualifications results in what type of job. And actually, you can reverse engineer that as well. If I want this job, what experience do I need to run after? And what qualifications and certifications do I need to do? So you can see how this mapping can work both ways. And that's what we've set as a challenge. We hope to get some participants involved with creating. It's pulling together lots of data, lots of different pieces of advice from all round. It really doesn't matter which technology, careers or skill sets you decide to create as a subset. But we just hope this to be a really useful tool that can be launched onto our website, that can be used by women across ASEAN, Asia, wider, and just provides a really useful reference point for everyone. In the way of a prize, it's a one-on-one mentorship for the first prize. As I say, I've done this for 3 years, and this has always been the prize we've given, and it's led to amazing opportunities for that first prize winner, leading to internships and different introductions to our networks. The other piece is, of course, the winning model, with your permission, would be launched onto our website and hopefully used by as many people as we can possibly.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Daisy, for sharing. I can this statement will resonate us all it. So we all will be eagerly looking forward to see the winner of this problem statement as well. So really appreciate you not just winning this year's hackathon, but all subsequent years as well, and being a true champion for Code Without Barriers in your community. So really appreciate that as well. Next up, we have Maria Ilova, Director of Innovation at SJ Group. Maria, if you could, I see you're already on camera, so please, over to you.
Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. My name is Maria Ilova. I'm Director of Global Innovation at SJ Group. I'm based in New York City, but I'm calling tonight from Singapore. And I'm working on executing our innovation strategy, promoting cross-functional collaboration, and also overseeing research, advancing knowledge sharing, building our innovation ecosystem, and fostering talent and expertise. I'm very passionate about mentoring and elevating women in tech. So I'm very excited to be here and for SJ to sponsor this hackathon. A little bit about us. Headquartered in Singapore, Surbana Jurong, or SJ Group, is a global urban infrastructure and managed services consulting group with our talent pool with 16,000 people across our brands, based in more than 120 offices in 40 countries. And they include architects, designers, planners, engineers, developers, facility managers, and other specialties driven by progressive thinking and creative ideas to shape a better future. My team, the innovation team, it's working on tech-augmented transformation of the whole company through AI. And to introduce the challenge, let's go to the next slide. The AEC, or Architecture, Engineering and Construction Market Intelligence Navigator, it's going to be an AI-driven market analysis tool for strategic positioning. Our industry is rapidly evolving, and it's requiring firms to stay ahead of trends, anticipating our client needs and responding to competitors' movements. So SJ is facing significant challenges in leveraging market intelligence effectively due to the limitations when we do that manually. So to overcome these challenges, we are seeking to develop an AI-driven market intelligence system that is tailored to our industry. So the solution should be able to aggregate structured and unstructured market data, and then provide insights to identify emerging client needs, project opportunities, and regulatory shifts. From there, we want to connect signals, market signals, to actionable business development initiatives. And then finally, we wanted this tool to be able to continuously learn and adapt based on the market outcomes. So the ideal solution would not only streamline data collection, but also contextualize insights within our industry with specific domains, terminology, and business cycles. By transforming from reactive information gathering to really proactive opportunity identification, we aim to enhance our strategic positioning, competitive differentiation, and profitability. So what the participants need to do, it's thinking the basic functions is to develop an AI agent that can monitor, collect, and analyze industry news, publications, and social media content. From there, we want to create a system to identify and categorize other firms' activities, project wins, and provide kind of information about strategic movements. And then we want to build a dashboard that visualizes these market opportunities. So we also are thinking if we can have an alert system of high potential business leads before they even become RFPs. We can use announcement data. One example is, let's say someone is planning to build an airport. This will be in the news before an RFP is issued. And finally, we want to implement trend analysis engine that highlights emerging industry directions and client priorities. So we're working on finalizing our prices, but we're committed. We want to offer 2 internships with at least 6 months each. And we're currently discussing 1 in Singapore and 1 probably in Australia. And we hope that we'll identify great winners and eventually they'll join our talent force. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Maria. And, excited that you're on this side of the time zone as well. So you were able to make it the opening ceremony. Really appreciate your dedication and commitment to not just the program, but the hackathon itself. I think the problem statement in itself has a very interesting industry alignment. There's always curiosity on the intersection of architecture, engineering, and technology as well. So thank you for putting it together in and we look forward to hearing more about the products that you're offering as well. So thank you again for your time. Perfect. With that, let's listen to Pooja Ghosh, the national head from K-12 at Velocity Consulting. If you could please come on camera and unmute yourself. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. It's an absolute honor to be a part of this Code Without Barrier 2025 annual hackathon, a platform where I can see there's a lot of innovation, collaboration, and purpose-driven technology has come together, and everybody has a lot to offer and a lot of good things that are coming up. As far as I'm concerned, I'm yes leading this company now as a national head, but along with that, I have always been working with the education sector, wherein I try to connect with educators as well as our school students who are from kindergarten to to college, wherein we try to give them some solutions and we try to make them aware of what is happening, what is that they should be doing further in their lives. Along with this education, I have had an opportunity to work with American Express and Thomas Cook, which has helped me build a very strong foundation in customer service and stakeholder management, which has really helped me in leveraging technology as a powerful tool to empower our learners, and that is what we are doing. Today, I represent Velocity Consulting Services, where we are passionate about reshaping the future of education through transforming the power of technology. Since our inception in 2014, we have been committed to empowering the learning ecosystems, whether it's in schools, which we are doing currently, the colleges, universities, or the corporate environments. Our headquarters is in Mumbai, with a growing presence across all the India as well as South region. Our mission is quite clear that what we want to do is to equip every learner with right tool. We want to support them and give them directions to thrive in an ever-evolving digital world. We've recently been awarded by the governor of Maharashtra in India for skilling 10,000 women across generative AI skills through Microsoft's Code Without Barrier. Coming to the problem statement, we all are aware that each year millions of students graduate with their big dreams in their eyes that they want to get into a job of their desire. But far too many of them face a tough reality. they find themselves unprepared for careers that they aspire to do, or despite of availability of the jobs in the market, there's a significant disconnect which we have realized is between their academic education and the industry expectations. So many students are basically unaware of the skills employers are actually valuing. And unfortunately, because of the traditional curriculum, often lags behind the fast-paced demands of the real world, which results in a gap in underemployment, the lost potential, and there is a generation of young people who are unsure as what should be their next step. And that is exactly what we have as a problem statement with the challenging hackathon. So what you need to do is you need to imagine as an AI platform powered that bridge this divide. So you'll have to probably build a smart system that can analyze a student's academic journey, understand their personal aspirations, and can match that to skills required to get a real job roles. Once that is identified, the gap is identified, we should be able to recommend them focused learning paths and even highlight on the global opportunities which are available, pinpointing the best regions or the companies they can choose career. And it's not only specific to one area. So what we want all of you have a chance to build something really impactful, not just as a project, but as something which will transform the future, which will provide solution to a lot of young generation who are studying right now. So it's more than a coding challenge. You probably need to innovate and empower everyone, and every student will be given a chance to succeed, that too without barriers. So what I can leave, okay, as far as our prices are concerned, the first prize what we've kept is US dollars 300. There are two second prizes of $150 each, and there is a third prize which are 5 in quantity, and those are for $75 each. So I can probably leave you all with the thought that real change begins with real challenges. So all the best to you. Let's think bold and let's build smart things with Code Without Barriers. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Pooja. I think it's an amazing problem statement. I can see a lot of students who would really benefit from the solution. And of course, a big congratulations to Velocys for the recognition by the government, and especially for the close collaboration we've had across Code Without Barriers. Skill hackathon, but our continued partnership is something we truly value. So really appreciate your time today, Pooja, and we're excited for the solutions that we'll get for statement. So thank you again. With that, participants, I'd like to reintroduce Dr. Julia Kusakova, who will take you through our first general problem statement. Dr. Julia.
Thank you, Nuria. So as we did like in the previous years, right? This year we will also have a general problem statements. So general problem statements, they're a little bit different from the problem statements which are kindly presented and prepared by our partners and customers. They will be only having the cash prizes, right? So there will be no internships associated with them. However, they are still very interesting for you to explore. And the first one is on generative, is of course related to generative AI these days. And you probably have heard a lot about retrieval augmented generation type of implementations and systems, and all the different scenarios when these type of solutions are useful, right? However, this year we are bringing to you a slightly different spin of the use case, which we see very, very often right now across different business domains, right? And in principle, this is a natural language to SQL type of use case. So you will have to build a prototype where you should be able to chat with the data which resides in the managed database, right? So in terms of the interface, right, you should be able to type the questions in a natural language, so human language, right? And your system should be able to construct the SQL query, execute it over, like run it on the database, and present the results in a very well formatted way, right? And So in terms of the where your data can be residing, you can pick any of the managed databases like which we have on Azure, and you can build your solution on top of that, right? So in terms of the technical stack, of course, it's Azure OpenAI, so you can pick the models of your liking. You can use potentially also like AI search if you'd like to, and any of the managed databases. Right, so this will be a short intro of our first general problem statement, and I will hand over back to Nuria.
Julia, I do love the use of GenAI for chatting with data using NLP for this problem statement. So I hope all of you on the call and wider participants do pick up this opportunity as well to work on this problem statement. Next up, let's hear from Saranya Sriram, the principal product lead in Azure Databases, Cosmos DB at Microsoft, on the next general problem statement. Saranya, over to you.
Okay, thanks, Nuria. Hi, everyone. So this is also another one from Microsoft in terms of a general problem statement. The idea here is gives you options across industries, across use cases. You could pick up online e-commerce retail, you could pick up financial, or you could pick up healthcare, you could pick up insurance. So it's really a very generic one, as Julia said. The intent of these generic use cases are more on the technology and how you can learn the nuances to start figuring out how things can be done. So the previous one was on chat, and this one is taking it one step further, right? So the chat consists of things where you can speak or chat, use voice or text, but then also have memory to add on. In today's world, starting from ability for you to interact or chat, then bringing some sort of knowledge base, either based on memory on which you've chatted, or the knowledge base of your domain or your industry or your data set that you have. So that's the typical RAG pattern you all might have heard, retrieval augmented generative pattern that we have. And then taking one step further, today the biggest buzzword is ability for it to make decisions and create workflows. And that's the keyword of agents. So using this this problem statement, you will learn how to create AI agents. And so literally your task can basically be identifying a specific use case and then identifying what do you want to build your app on. It could be today people use Python. You could learn that very quickly. There are a lot of extensions and tool sets. There are even agentic frameworks like Swarm and other things on Python. So you could pick up that. Or you could use .NET. We have our own AI agent orchestration tool set called Semantic Kernel, which is also available. So you could use Python, you could use JavaScript, you could use .NET. So you could pick up your framework or your language of choice. And then typically you'll need these orchestration frameworks. I said semantic kernel, we're using LangChain, LangGraph, or you could use Swarm, etc. And then I'm from primarily Azure Cosmos database team. It's the database that powers OpenAI's ChatGPT today. On which we chat. A lot of these online experiences, both AI and non-relational database. So typically it's used for these kinds of AI workloads primarily. So the idea is probably you could try to use that and see how you can store your backend data. The interesting part of these kinds of databases, you would notice, and today a lot of databases will start having these functions as well, as they are not just a database, but they are also ability to do AI workflow, such as similarity search, such as, storing the vector indexes. So you can actually do AI stuff on the database. So you don't need two different things. So you can try on that. Use Azure OpenAI for doing natural language interactions, and then come up with some interesting searches using AI search. So the keywords is ability to do vector search and perform these automated agent tasks. Tech stack in this case is primarily Azure OpenAI using Azure AI agents from AI Foundry, and then Azure Cosmos Database as your backend. A very fun thing to learn, and we'll be there on Discord to answer any of your questions as you go along. Over to you, Nuria. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Saranya. It's great to see a push towards building AI agents for this one. And thank you for the detailed background that you did provide for everyone on the call. So really appreciate that. I our principal manager at Microsoft Japan, who will share the Japanese problem statement. Over to you, Motoko-san.
Thank you. And hello, everyone. And I appreciate your patience for a few minutes that I will introduce the general problem statement in Japanese and for the participant from Japan, and which is the same theme, same problem statement which Julia introduced. So let me introduce. So 生成 AI を使用したデータベースとのチャット構築です。生成 AI はデータとの対話方法を変革し、インテリジェントかつ会話的なインターフェースの新たな可能性を切り開いています。このハッカソンでは、参加者の方が生成 AI モデルの強力な機能を活用して、自然言語クエリを用いて構造化データベースとチャットできるシステムを構築することに挑戦します。従来のデータベースクエリ処方とは異なり、このアプローチでは、SQL のようなクエリ言語に関する技術的知識を必要とせずに、データをユーザーフレンドリーな方法で取得し、操作することが可能です。お客様の持つ構造化されたリレーショナルデータベースには、例えば製品カタログ、従業員記録、在庫の詳細、または販売取引に関連する情報が含まれています。目標、ゴールは、ユーザーが自然言語を使用して、データベースと会話形式でやり取りし、で、洞察を引き出し、データを操作できるシステムを作成することです。で、技術スタックとしては、そこに挙げてあります Azure OpenAI、Azure AI Search、Azure Managed データベースになります。で、もし、賞をですね、ぜひ獲得していただきたいんですけれども、1位の方には、US ドルで100ドル、それから2位の方には75ドル、3位の方には50ドル。これをマイクロソフトの方から、提供させていただきます。で、最終提出書類および動画に関しては日本語で、提出していただければ結構ですので、また、わからないことがあればご質問いただければと思います。Okay, that's all. Thank you for your patience. Back to you, Noreen.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Motor, for sharing this. For all of you who are on the call, Dr. Julia also posted a note in the chat, but this is a very special problem statement we have put out, especially for our developer community coming out from Japan. So you do have the option to submit your solutions in Japanese for this as well. We will be publishing it on our website very soon, so please be on the lookout. With that, I'd like to thank you all, the incredible partners who have shared their problem statements and their commitment to the Code Without Barriers Hackathon. We're so grateful for each and every one of you and excited for the solution that our participants will create. I'd now like to introduce Stan, Account Manager at Ideate Next, to walk us through the participant journey at this year's hackathon. Over to you, Stan.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nuria and team. And good afternoon and good evening to everybody present here. And thank you so much again for being extremely patient. And, I love the enthusiasm that I see in the comments. Well, let's quickly get started in terms of, because I'm pretty sure that everybody is excited for the hack and they would like to know of how can we get started. Right. So in terms of you as a participant, yes, first thing is you register onto the hackathon. So you log on to cwbhackathon.com. That is the website. You log in there. First is you need to complete your registration. On completion of your registration, you will have to complete your profile. Essentially, this is needed to understand in case, wherever there are job opportunities or any internships that are available, we could identify the right fit and, we could take it from there. Along with that, we would also request you all to please join the Discord channel. This is essentially to not miss out on any important information in terms of any sessions that are happening, any important information about the hackathon, general announcements, etc. Along with that, on the Discord as well, we have channels which are segregated as per the problem statement. So for each of the problem statement, there are channels. All you have to do is you join there, and anytime in terms of wherever we are conducting a session, or if you have any questions, feel free to drop in a hi there, and we are always there. We will ensure that all your queries are addressed. right? Along with that, we do not want to leave you, all by yourself. So hence, we also have mentors that are available who will constantly be in touch with you wherever you feel that there is a need for you to, just ask a question. Feel free to drop in a hi on Discord, and our mentors from the partners, they will also be available. Along with that, we will also have Microsoft experts or Azure experts who would be available, who can address your queries. Now, with that, we don't just want to leave it in a case where we want to keep mentors on standby for you. We also want to introduce live problem statement sharing sessions, where essentially our partners who've already been so kind enough to give us an explainer of what the problem statement is and what the expected solution is. Along with that, we are also going to introduce live sessions, which will give you a better understanding about the problem statement. In case you have any questions, feel free to ask there as well. Right now, in case, obviously I understand that everybody has commitments, and in case if you happen to miss out on any of the problem statement sharing sessions, those recordings will also be uploaded on the website plus the Discord channel, so that you do not miss out on any information. We want to ensure that we cover you on every aspect, right? Now, in terms of the technical sessions, along with that, we also want to ensure that we take you through a journey where we upskill you, we give you the right side of knowledge and understanding. Hence, we will also have technical sessions that will be hosted, and we will keep you posted. So please watch out for the Discord channel and the general announcement channel as well, so that you do not miss out on any information there. Along with that, mentoring clinic sessions. Now, these sessions will essentially, address any queries, any questions that you have. But again, not just limited to these sessions. Feel free to drop in your questions at any given point. In terms of your journey, right now you've registered, you've completed your profile, you've attended the sessions, you've got the knowledge and etc. How do we go about in terms of submission? So in this case, what is needed is you are encouraged, or maybe you are expected, where you drop in a presentation, okay, of your solution, a deck which will outline what the solution is, so that we also understand what the concept is. And in case if there is any enhancement needed, we can guide you further, so that your solutions outshines in the market there. uh, we want to ensure that we want to be fair with everyone. Hence, starting today is when we will start accepting solutions, right? So your hacking period starts today, and your final submission, right, that is on the 1st of June, right? And we close that at 23:59 hours Singapore time, right? With that, what's going to happen is from the 1st of June, that is, I'm sorry, from the 2nd of June till the 15th of June, we want to give this time where essentially if any of the partners, if they wish to speak with you or offer you any internships, or any kind of guidance, or if you have anything, we will also be arranging fireside chats where our partners will be available. They will call you on call, and then you could have a discussion with there and understand whether if there is an internship opportunity that can be provided, or etc. And then, with all good things, this hack will come to an end, and we expect to close the ceremony, or maybe the hackathon, with a grand closing ceremony, and that's scheduled or expected to be scheduled on the 17th of June, right? So all of you who've been extremely patient today, we would love to see you even on the day of the closing ceremony. We will have a similar session, we will have a similar call that will be set up, and we will be happy to send across the invites to all of you, right? In terms of the Discord channel, well, in my previous slide, I have covered it all, but yes, just to give you a sense, this is how the platform looks like. I am 100% certain that everybody is well aware of Discord, and they are somewhere down the line, they are quite familiar with it, right? Now, here, what we've done is we've created multiple channels. One is for general announcement, so that, an important information which is related to your problem statement does not get mixed around, or does not get mixed, or maybe gets diluted in the number of announcements that would happen. So to streamline that, there is a general a general announcement channel. Then we have a help desk channel, partner specific problem statement channel, and etc. So whichever is the problem statement of your interest, feel free to join the channel there, and you will never miss out on any information. We will be constantly monitoring it, and we will be constantly available with the mentors. So in case if you have any questions, please feel free to drop in a hi there, and we'll be happy to take it up from there. We'll move to the next slide. In terms of the schedule, right? So on the website, we have a section that talks about a hackathon schedule. Well, primarily, this is your space where, there are not just opportunities where you will only learn about the problem statement, but also you will get information and you will get access to sessions which are, well designed and thought only for you so that you could get upskilled and you get more knowledge about this, right? So this space or the hackathon schedule space, which also serves as your learning hub, it will cover various topics in terms of sessions and videos about the problem statement. There would be technical sessions that we would conduct, which will be led by Microsoft Most Valuable Professionals, and these are Azure experts. They will also help you build your skills on generative AI. Along with that, mentor clinics. These are again your expert guidance sessions that are coming from the mentor partners. And then the session recording. So like I said, these sessions will be scheduled in advance. We will be notifying you about the upcoming session. Feel free to register there, and we would love to see your participation there. In case for any given point or maybe any commitments that you have, and if you wish or if you miss out on the session, we will be sure to upload those videos there so that we keep you covered on every aspect, right? Um, and yes, speaking about this, we will also, with the solution, with the videos, and with the knowledge that we share here, in terms of the final submission, right? Because that is where it's an opportunity for you to show your innovation and what you've learned so far. So with the final submission, what we expect is that your solution should cover a project description, so that the deck that I spoke about earlier, we could start your deck with just giving an outline about what the description is about your solution. Give us the concept so that we also understand what your thought process is and what is the approach that you are taking, so that we look at the solution from that element or from that angle, and based on that we could start evaluating your solution there. Along with that, we would request a GitHub repo, a repo link that will contain the code, the README file, and any deployment instructions that you have, or maybe the UI UX that you have. You could upload all of that into your GitHub repo, and just keep it as an open access, so that while the partners or maybe while the mentors are evaluating or reviewing your solutions, they are able to access that and they do not get a restricted message. And also, in case if you have a video that is already made, so feel free to drop in your pitch video there with the solution, so that it makes it even more easier for us to understand, because it's only when you speak is when we know, and it makes us understand better what the solution is. With that, we also require, I mean, this is an optional thing, but yes, if it is available, it is really good. We would request to put up a solution architect, so that we understand what is the tech stack that is used, what is the kind of navigation it is doing, what is talking to what, etc. Right? So all of that is there. And with that, with all good things, everything we also want to ensure that your solutions are scalable. So in case if you have a thought in mind of how can your solution be scaled, put up a scalability plan as well, so that that basically gives you like a merit to understand, or for us to understand of if the solution is really scalable and what is the use cases that can be done. And like I said about the demo link, if you have a demo, a video, please feel free to drop in there. All of this will be scored, or maybe the scoring mechanism is this. The judging criteria will be on technical merit of what is the technical tech stack that you've used. So 35% or maybe points there out of 100. Feasibility of how feasible is the solution to be implemented into an environment. So 25 points allotted there. In terms of innovation and creativity, because hackathons are all about innovation and creativity. So we want to measure 20 points there and 20%. So, just ensure that, your innovation stand out, or maybe a solution stands out there. Potential impact, we also want to know that how can this benefit a business, or how can it benefit the environment, because everything that you do, it does contribute in some shape or form. So we want to see what is the kind of potential impact your solution brings. And also then it comes to, so that is 10 points there. In terms of the pitch quality, now while you are presenting to the partners, and if you have a video that is already made up, it will help us to understand of what is the kind of quality of the solution that you have. So 5 points there. And again, yes, we all want to be punctual and adhere to the timelines. So yes, in case if you have a check-in, which is within the time. And also if you check in your solution prior to submitting, we will have a merit 5 point there. So, right. So this is in terms of the judging criteria. And in case if you have any questions throughout the hackathon journey, feel free to drop in a message or even on the email that is info@cwbhackathon.com, or else drop in your messages on the Discord channel. We'll be happy to address any questions that you'll have. So I think this is my time, and I would thank you everyone. And also I would love to wish you all the very best. Let's get to start with the hacking, and I would love to see you on the final day with your final solutions. Thank you so much again.
Thanks, Dan, for detailed instructions for our participants. I'm sure you're going to find it very useful as they kickstart their hacking. So really appreciate you taking them through each of the detailed steps as well. With that, I'd like to bring our opening ceremony event to a close. Thank you for joining today's event, and a special shout out to our Microsoft Code Without Barriers leaders, partner speakers, and our team at the back end, Ideate Next, for pulling this all together. We hope that this event was insightful and useful for you as you kickstart your hackathon journey. For those of you who may have missed some parts of the event, we will be sharing a recording of this opening on our YouTube channel, so stay tuned. Now it is over to you. Registrations are open, problem statements are live, and the hacking phase is now officially open. Join our Discord channel, connect with mentors, and start building your game-changing AI solutions. Do make sure you scan the QR code, join the movement, and let's break barriers. Let's show the world what women in tech can do. Happy hacking and a good evening to everybody. Thank you.